Time for our co-main event of the evening. You see the Mongolian flag being held up as Khuukhenkhuu Amatushin. Say that 3 times fast. That one is a tongue twister. Doesn't look like Khuukhenkhuu at all, but that's how you pronounce it. Khuukhenkhuu Amatushin fighting for the first time ever in the United States. He is originally from Mongolia. He has fought in Mongolia, South Korea, Japan, and China, but never in the United States. In 10 professional fights, he's won 6 of them. 5 have come by way of knockout for Amatushin as he is getting set to make his U.S. debut. That's going to happen after we take a look at the Carbon World Health tail of the tape. As you look at Amatushin there, 3 inches shorter than Darren Oler, who we will get a chance to see making his way to the cage right now.
Next up, his opponent, Darren Polar.
Hey, we haven't seen Darren Oler come to the cage since Chosen Few Fighting Championships number 10. That was way back in January of last year. Oler ranked number 17 in the lightweight division in Wisconsin. That last time that we saw him fight, yeah, he lost to Patrick Delgado, who we're going to see in our main event right after this fight. Darren Oler, we are awaiting him coming through the curtains here at Monona Terrace. There he is. Oler to a thunderous round of applause from a packed house here at Monona Terrace. Again, it's been a while since we've seen him fight. Everyone excited to see what he can do as he climbs back into the cage. Oler, real nice guy to talk to before the fights. Looks like he is all business right now as he gets set to square off against the Mongolian Amatushin. There's a final look at the tail of the tape. Oler with 3 inches on Amatushin. Will it translate to an advantage in the cage? We'll find out right now as we go up to Chris Garrity.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your co-main event of the evening, brought to you by Carbon World Health and scheduled for 3 rounds in our welterweight division. Introducing first, this man fighting out of the Coliseum Bar, red corner. He's weighed in at 168 ready pounds in 9 professional bouts. He has 5 victories. He hails from Mongolia and represents the Midwest Training Center. Please welcome to the cage, Khuukhenkhuu Lightning Amatushin.
Fight of the night. Was that Alexander?
His opponent, this man, fighting out of the Harley-Davidson of Madison blue corner. He hails from right here in Madison, Wisconsin, and represents the Chosen Few Gym. He weighed in at 169 pounds and has a professional record, 5 victories, 4 defeats, 1 draw. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the cage, Darren the Roller Oler.
They love Oler here in Madison, and why not? When I talked with Oler about this fight, he said that he expects Amatushin to only want to strike. He might be right. Amatushin in his 10 fights, when he wins by knockout, never by submission. When he loses by knockout, never by submission. That's the calling card of a striker.
Let's go, Vikings!
I watched a couple of Amatushin's fights. He seems to be comfortable as a counter puncher and kicker. Oler said he likes to push the pace himself. Oler likes to get out there and force the pace. Oler said that he is also comfortable striking, but he's comfortable going to the ground as well, and he would like to get Amatushin on the ground where Amatushin doesn't like to be.
Yeah, Oler definitely coming out fast.
Wow, good kick.
Initiating the exchanges usually, but Khuukhenkhuu just comfortably sitting back, waiting for a shot. There we saw him get a nice little head kick, checking, really good job checking those leg kicks. Just kind of waiting for his time and then unloading a big strike. Another, oh.
And that one caught Oler
inside.
where you don't want to be caught, and so a quick timeout as he got it right in the groin. Oler's going to need to readjust and take a minute, and anybody who has ever felt that pain knows exactly why he needs a little bit of a breather. But you see Amatushin again in no hurry, does not want to grapple with Oler right here, is very content to stay at distance and try and strike with Oler here in the first round.
It definitely looked like it's going to be a stand-up battle unless Oler decides to initiate that takedown, but it's probably going to make him second guess when he's whipping those really hard leg kicks, especially when they hit you in the nuts.
Amatushin making his U.S. debut. Gerald, for you, when you fought in a different country and fought there for the first time, is it a different feel when you get in the cage?
So for me, so far, I haven't fought in a country where English wasn't the common language, so
Okay.
It might be a little bit different for Khuukhenkhuu, but, you know, generally once you're in the cage, it doesn't really matter. You know, I've had guys that I fought from other nations where I heard different languages in the crowd or from the corner, and doesn't really make a difference. It's another human being, 2 arms, 2 legs, and a head, and they're trying to punch your head off your neck. So when it comes down to it, another day in the office.
Absolutely. Khuukhenkhuu Amatushin ranked number 17 in China, number 11 in South Korea. By the way, there's over 1 billion Chinese, so that's a pretty good ranking right there to be ranked number 17. Like I said before, he's fought in Mongolia, Japan, South Korea, and China. Has never fought outside of Asia. By the way, also has a very strong left hand. In a couple of the fights that I saw him in, left-handed shots have ended the fight. 1-punch knockouts for Amatushin, so Oler would do well to stay away from that left hand. Right now, it looks like he's getting his wind back after being kicked in the groin. Oler, by the way, an interesting background for him. Most guys learn to do their fighting either through wrestling or something along those lines. Oler learned to fight on skates first, a hockey background in Stoughton.
A nice little pat on the back, initiation back to the fight for the 2 fighters. Khuukhenkhuu a little more movement now, throwing a little crescent kick there, and Oler immediately in for that shot. Khuukhenkhuu moving off, landing a little something on the way out. Nice leg kick.
Oler would like to see what Khuukhenkhuu can do on the ground, but Amatushin in no hurry to get there. He prefers striking, and it looks like he's got some good kicking abilities.
Yeah,
Strong, heavy kicks.
Walking Oler down, really not giving any care in the world to anything Oler throws at him. And he's definitely got the edge on the feet right now. Definitely looks to be a more seasoned fighter in the striking area. And Oler just not liking what he's seeing in front of him, kind of wide-eyed and looking for that takedown.
Absolutely. Oler continues to back up. Amatushin has used head kicks, front kicks, low kicks, everything to get at Oler. Another good kick to the left thigh of Darren Oler as Amatushin continues to come forward with the feet.
Yeah, Khuukhenkhuu is just beating up that lead leg of Oler. It's going to be really hard for him to move out of the way now. Throws that big overhand right and a big left hook, but he just keeps eating away at that lead leg like that. Eventually, Oler's not going to be able to move around. He's going to get caught by one of those big bombs.
Yeah, Darren Oler would be smart to be wary of that left hand of Amatushin. Like I said, he can knock you out with it, and he almost caught Oler right there, and he sends Oler down once again. Again, Amatushin not going to follow him down, though, to the ground right here, as this is a striking match for him.
Oler got in deep there, and Amatushin used that little whizzer he had for a nice little dunk to create some space. And now Amatushin getting closer and closer to touching that chin.
Amatushin doing a great job of just finding openings and using both striking blows and his feet to catch Oler. Oler sustained a lot of punishment here in the first round.
Yeah, Oler really needs to get that chin down and really commit to one of these shots, try to get this fight to the ground. And if he can't get a successful takedown, at least run Amatushin into the cage, get his back to the cage where he can unload these lethal strikes.
Yeah, right now Amatushin just controlling the center of the cage, stalking Oler all around. the cage, if you will, and Oler trying to find some kind of opening to Amatushin. Amatushin backs him up into the cage once again, and another flurry ensues.
Now we see Amatushin, what he does really well when he comes in, he starts moving his head off the center line and he keeps his chin down. Every time Oler throws, especially that right hand, his chin stays up in the air, and that really worries me, like right there.
Look out, yeah.
Leaning away. Khuukhenkhuu
right.
coming in, trying to hit him with that two-piece and a biscuit, backing him into the cage and looking here.
Absolutely. Oler tries to counter with a right of his own, but Amatushin has been scoring as he continues to stalk Darren Oler here in the first round.
And this is the first fight I've seen tonight where Khuukhenkhuu is using a really good job of parrying punches on the inside and blocking on the inside. Anything that loops, he's blocking before it even gets to him. They're a good jab by Oler.
Yeah.
But overall, parrying a lot of the punches and stifling any offense.
Oler, though, continues to backpedal and get away from Amatushin. Amatushin tried a big right but missed.
Oler now opening up a little bit more with the strikes. Nice spinning back fist. He's realizing he's got to get a little more volume going if he's going to have any chance of staying in this fight.
15 seconds left in the first round. Oler again going for a takedown. Amatushin having nothing of it, as it might behoove Oler to get back into the corner, get some instruction on how to take down Amatushin in the second round.
Nice catch and return by Khuukhenkhuu.
Big left by Oler, misses, but Oler survives that first round. A lot of good action, and the crowd likes it, as you are seeing a very good pro fight here on 57 Sports. Taking a look at some of the damage that Khuukhenkhuu Amatushin got on Darren Oler here in the first round, inflicting head shots and leg kicks. Look at that. I mean, Amatushin has been in control, mostly walking Oler down here in the first round.
Yeah, the whole first round. Khuukhenkhuu just moving forward, staying calm, and then releasing those strikes with absolute malice.
No doubt about it. Chris Garrity seeing violent shots here in that first round by Amatushin. So if you're Darren Oler now and you're facing a guy with the striking ability of Amatushin, GM3, what do you do, man? How do you get him down?
If I'm an Oler scholar, I'm telling him, first of all, he's got to tuck that chin when he goes in, especially on the inside when Amatushin throws those big bombs. Now he's doing a better job of pushing forward, landing that stiff jab. But if I want the takedown, chin needs to come down. I need to come in with straight punches, get Khuukhenkhuu to open up with that big hook, and as he's throwing that big punch, I'm in on my double leg and drive until the cows come home.
Oler doing a better job of landing some strikes here in the second round as he just evades a big left hand from Amatushin.
Right now we see Khuukhenkhuu taking a couple bigger breaths, moving back a little bit more than he did in the first round. Oler looks like he's woken it up a little bit, possibly some fatigue, throwing those big strikes, but here again, back to that lead leg. If I'm an Amatushin's corner, I'm saying eat up that lead leg all night long, and there's a big overhand right. Put Oler on notice.
And a big left, and that's that left that's got a lot of power, and it drives Oler
he's
back,
hurt,
and
he's hurt.
Couple of rights. Amatushin now going in for the kill, tries a right leg there. Now that big left once again, and Oler's got to hang on here.
He's got to change his level and grab onto something and keep that chin down. Every time he leans back, he's eating one of those big overhands.
I'm impressed right now with the chin of Darren Oler. He has taken some big shots here by the Mongolian, who continues to inflict heavy damage onto the body of Darren Oler.
Oler doing everything he can to stay alive. Right here, he needs to get back on that nice long jab, pop Amatushin, give him a reason to stay off him, because Amatushin is going to corner him, and right there, going to land another one of those big bombs.
Amatushin very skilled at counter punching, and boy, he is just beating up the left leg of Darren Oler. Those low kicks are really scoring.
Yeah, Oler almost looked like he buckled there. Again, if I'm an Amatushin's quarter, I'm working that lead leg a little bit more and waiting on that big shot. Swing and a miss.
Amatushin and Oler both smiling at that one. Doesn't seem to be a lot of malice between the two, but definitely violence coming from those big blows of the Mongolian.
Now we see-
Amatushin again, big kick to the back of the thigh of Oler.
And we see Oler, he keeps circling to his left, which is the incorrect thing to do against another orthodox fighter. Not only is he circling into that big overhand right, he's circling right into that leg kick that's been eating him up all night long. He needs to start circling the other way, using that long jab to move to his right to set up his own right hand.
Absolutely.
And negate some of the offense of Khuukhenkhuu.
Oler's jab has been effective. He's just got to start circling the other way with it now. Good call there, GM3, as that jab landed again by Oler, as did another kick by Amatushin.
And Amatushin reveling in the fire here, more than happy to get a little bloody in there in a fist fight. Little cut opened up on the right eye of Amatushin, saying whatever to those body shots by Oler. Oler, at least here in this second round, realizing he's got to open up, putting up more of a fight. Definitely a good professional stand-up scrap here in the second round.
There is a cut over the right eye of Amatushin, but right now seems to be coming down the side of his face and not directly into the eye. So right now, it is not causing the kind of damage that Oler wishes that it would be causing, and not causing the kind of blindness that he was hoping to get from Amatushin. Amatushin, I tell you what, he just keeps coming forward.
Well, he is a guy that loves to get in there and throw. Like you said, live by the sword, die by the sword. Always wins by KO, all his losses by KO. In there swinging. Oler needs more lateral movement here like he's been doing. Stick and move with that jab, maybe catch him when he's off balance, but Khuukhenkhuu just walking him down and trying to throw these lethal strikes. Another big leg kick.
A lot less MMA, a lot more kickboxing is what we're seeing in the cage here in this one. It's been a beaut so far as Darren Oler staying alive, inflicting some damage here in round number 2. Has done a better job of it, but boy, it is that right leg of Amatushin that continues to chop down the left leg of Darren Oler.
Right, another big hook from Khuukhenkhuu. I think Oler's hurt again, and he's just done a really good job eating those shots and recovering. But at a certain point, your chin's going to have a shelf life, and even in this short 15 minutes, you can't take too much more of those before your body gives out and says, hey, man, I'm done.
Oler has exhibited a great chin so far, even absorbing another left by the Mongolian, who continues to move forward with combinations. Wow, great second round. Continuous action between the two. Amazing fight. We are headed to the third and final round. Amatushin and Oler, third round next here on 57 Sports. We replay some of the incredible action and pace of round number 2. Amatushin and Oler, both fighters exchanging big, huge blows in the second round.
Yeah, both fighters giving the crowd exactly what they want. This is a stand-up war right now. Neither guy really backing down. Oler eating shots, Khuukhenkhuu dishing them out. Beautiful thing.
One thing I think that both fighters have gained, and that is the respect of each other as they have absorbed damage and delivered damage as well in this one. What a beauty of a fight. As we go to the third round, we've had blood, we've had guts, we've had it all. Round 3, here we go. Oler and Amatushin, it is becoming an instant classic, and now Oler going for that takedown. He is more aggressive for a takedown here in the third round. Instead, he gets sent down by Amatushin, who's doing a great job of defending against it.
Right there, what Oler did in the beginning of the round was what he should have been doing the whole fight. Rush him with those straight punches, get the takedown, and then Khuukhenkhuu doing a good job getting chest to chest, getting off the cage, and then landing that big overhand right, smacking Oler right in the jaw. And there again with that leg kick. At the end of that last round, when Oler went back to his corner, he was limping a little bit on that leg, and I'm not sure how much more it's going to be able to take.
Well, we have seen almost everything. One thing we have not seen is this fight go to the ground. Oler would love to see it. Amatushin trying to keep it from going there. I'm interested to see what would happen if Oler could actually drop the Mongolian.
Yeah, I mean, so far, Khuukhenkhuu hasn't been eating too many big shots, but Oler here doing a better job closing the distance. Now he's got to keep him here and land some strikes, but Khuukhenkhuu always game getting right off that cage, and now look for another big overhand right and another leg kick out of Khuukhenkhuu.
Oler just missed with a big right hand. Amatushin did not. That scored. So did that left right there from Khuukhenkhuu.
Right here, Oler's really got to tuck that chin when he comes in. He's playing with fire when he closes that distance with his head up in the air with a guy like Khuukhenkhuu.
Oler this time is the aggressor. He is stalking Khuukhenkhuu here in the third round. Amatushin trying to counter. Once again, working that left leg of Darren Oler. Not much there on those connecting right there. Not a lot of steam. Front kick by Oler, and there's that counter left by Amatushin.
And man, the toughness of Oler. Each round, he's gotten more and more damage and successively came out harder and harder the consecutive round, as if the punishment urges him to go even harder. You know, he's taking steps in the right direction, but it's just too little, too late. Khuukhenkhuu staying on his path as he should be, throwing those big bombs, slipping punches on the inside. Right there we see him parrying kind of stifling strikes, throwing that leg kick and getting just big hooks and big overhands all night long.
Oler's got half the round left to try and take Amatushin down. Once he gets him down, he's going to have to go for the submission, as Amatushin has delivered so much damage to Oler here in the first 2 rounds.
You guys, oh, and
there's a big right hand.
Oler's hurt, really hurt.
Oler getting knocked down by the right of Amatushin. Now a left, a right to the body. Oler backing up as he is in trouble here in round number 3.
Khuukhenkhuu smells blood. He's going for broke. He's throwing everything in the kitchen sink at Oler. Oler's doing everything he can to hang on.
Man, how could you not be impressed with the heart of Darren Oler here tonight? He has caught some tremendous shots from the Mongolian, but still is standing in the center of the cage and trying to dish it out.
And I got to be honest with you, I'm not sure Darren Oler knows where he is right now, but he is still putting up one heck of a fight.
Absolutely. He is very game, all heart here in this one. Amatushin continuing to come forward. Now he backs up just a bit to gain some distance here. 1.5 minutes left for Oler to try and get Amatushin to the ground. Not sure what happened here, but Amatushin went right back. He's winking as that cut above his eye might be bothering him.
May have been an accidental eye poke, couldn't really see, but either way, we're back to the action. And here we see Oler backing on another takedown. And one thing you'll hear fighters really talk about a lot is posture. And this is one of the reasons that Oler can't get one of his takedowns, is every time Khuukhenkhuu comes in, his level's a little bit lower. He can slip punches, he can rip punches back, and Oler right there, he leans back and stands up straight. If your level is higher than your opponent's, especially if you want to take them down in any martial art, it's going to be a lot harder. You got to make up that space and get lower. Whereas Khuukhenkhoo's already low, waiting to defend that shot, and that's something that after this fight, hopefully Oler can go and look at on the tape and work on in the gym.
Low center of gravity working to the advantage of Amatushin, and wow, a big left, and Oler just eats it and keeps on coming. Man, the fans love it, making noise here at Monona Terrace.
Man, both these guys are just loving being in there. Khuukhenkhuu urging them on, saying, let's go. Oler eating everything. He's got a chin of steel in there, giving it everything they got in this last round of the fight.
This has been an instant classic here at Monona Terrace. The fans on their feet, standing ovation, and why not? That was 3 rounds of war. What a battle. Amatushin and Oler. It goes to the judges. The decision is next here on 57 Sports. Wow. One of the cool things about looking back at the replays of this fight is no matter what replay you show, it's going to be action-packed. I mean, it was an amazing fight. Amatushin and Oler going the distance. Gerald, not one time were they on the ground grappling.
Man, neither guy really backing down. Oler eating some shots. Khuukhenkhuu hitting him with that 1-2 and a biscuit all night long. Darren Oler saying, nah, cuz I'm hungry for seconds, bring it. Just an action-packed fight from start to finish. Great
I can't
stuff.
believe, how Oler was eating some of those shots from Amatushin. Heavy punches, heavy kicks. It was an absolute beauty. Everybody amazed by this. You just see everybody smiling, saying, what a great fight. Mongolian flag on display, draping Khuukhenkhuu Amatushin. Chris Garrity's in the cage. Here we go for the decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, before we get to an official decision, come on, one more round of applause for a fantastic fight. After 3 rounds of welterweight action, we go to the judges' scorecards. All 3 judges have it the same. 30-27 in favor of your winner by unanimous decision, and fighting out of the red corner, Khuukhenkhuu Lightning Amartushan.
Oler not happy with the call, but man, what a valiant effort by Darren Oler. No one can ever question his heart, his generous desire, but Amartushan just in the end got the better of him, scored a little bit more, and ends up taking the fight in his United States debut. Wow, how do you top that? GM3, we're going to try to do it in the main event that is coming up next. Patrick Delgado, Brandon Suber, your main event here next on 57 Sports.
I'm going to try and say it right. Khuukhenkhuu Amartushan taking down Darren Oler in his pretty much own backyard, and my voice is gone from all the yelling and screaming going on, but in a fight like this, you know, staying on your feet was going to be important. So how did you avoid being taken down by Darren Oler?
Darin Olerыг одоо өөрийнх нь дэвжин дээр буулгаж авлаа. Хүмүүсийг суудал дээрээс нь босгож авлаа. Би орсороо хоолоо өвдсөн байна. Тэг хөл дээрээ зогсомжгүй та ер нь яаж буулгаж авсан бэ гэж байна. Яаж хожвоо, яаж ятаа байгаа.
Энэ бол нэг миний бэлтгэл сайн хийсний үр дүнд буулгаж авлаа. Өрсөлдөгч маань үнэхээр сайн бэлтгэл хийсэн. Сайн тамирчин байна.
So my opener was very good. So this is my first fight in the USA, and for this round I had training very hard. I came to USA like 4 months ago, and the 4 months was for this tonight fight.
And how much research went into? How did you know Darren Oler, and how much research did it take to get ready for this fight?
Тэр Darin Olerыг одоо яаж мэдсэн бэ? Ер нь энэ тулаанд яаж хийсэн бэ? Энэ холбоонд яаж холбогдож ирсэн бэ?
Энэ талаанд манай рагбигийн дүү зол баяр гэдэг манай энэ залуу Монголоос урилга гаргаж Alex-гээ MTC-г том клуб бэлтгэл хийх боломж ичээр тэгээ энэ ч тоглож байгаа.
So we are representing the MTC from Illinois Schaumburg, and I connected with the Alex. He's our coach, and we just come here and we decided to fight in CFC. And
well, how did you? Let's just get your reaction. You win. Give me the overall thought about what it's like to win, and all that hard work has paid off.
Энэ хожныг одоо яаж илэрхийлэх вэ? Ингээд маш хүнд тулаан болтой одоо хожлоо хөлсөө одоо гаргаж иж сайхан болж хожлоо гэнэ тийм.
Тэ өнөөрөө маш сэтгэл зүйдрэг байна. Өрсөлдөгч маань маш бэлтгэл сайтай, хүчтэй тамирчин байна. Өрсөлдөө ялсандаа маш их баяртай байна.
So tonight I am very happy, and also my opener is very good condition, and thank you for everything. Thank you for my opener, thank you for CFC, and thank you for our coach Alex and MTC.
Well, we thank you for stopping by and taking a moment, and congratulations on the win. Khuukhenkhuu Amartushan defeating Darren Oler in the 170-pound bout.